one.
You staying home tonight?
I hadn't planned on it, no.
Plan on it.
Darn, your mic. Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah. Sorry.
Minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Booster ignition and liftoff of Discovery.
You're gonna die.
I'm Raymond Arroyo. We'll see you next time.
Do I look like Marv from Home Alone?
You staying home tonight?
Oh, we're starting again.
No, I just
Do I look like Marv
I
from
got a
Home
little
Alone, Johnny?
confused.
Do I look like Marv?
We're going.
What? We're recording right now.
Are we actually?
Yeah. We're going to pull up Marv from Home Alone. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the show.
Yay!
That was the weirdest opening of...
Yeah, I just really didn't know.
But he doesn't have a beanie on.
Sort of.
I don't see it a lot, to be honest.
Yeah.
You could stretch it
We're back with the show. Kyle's here in the closet.
again.
Everyone say hi, Kyle. And we're here with Johnny Philp. How you doing, Johnny?
Dude, so
It's good to be back.
It's so good to be back.
What have you been up to, man? Youth ministry is not super,
It's COVID times.
but it's coming back.
We're back.
Yeah.
We've been back, but yeah.
Oh, another guest is here. It's my wife.
Oh no! All right, everybody, put your clothes on. Can I say that? Probably not.
She's grabbing the Berkey. We had the Berkey water filter here. Danielle, do you want some donuts? No, she doesn't want it. So
mad
what
at
else have
you.
you been up to?
What have we been up to? You know, just doing
Can you go mute that computer?
some entrepreneur stuff.
Like what?
Talk
to us
selling
about
real
it.
estate, building a couple startups, and
So you're going to Silicon Valley and raising money?
I think so. I think I'm going to be the next Airbnb. Instead of people's houses, it's going to be people's sheds.
Are you serious?
You can rent people's
Shed B&B? Wait, no. Air shed? Air
shed,
S and what does Airbnb stand for?
air bed and breakfast.
Oh.
He's an entrepreneur. He knew that right.
So air shed.
Danielle looks cool.
I bought her that hat for Christmas.
Is she going to like shoot someone in a saloon?
Yeah, I bought her that hat for Christmas. It was a good
Danielle.
purchase.
Danielle, that hat is cool.
We got to see the hat on the camera here for the folks at
likes
home.
Yeah.
Anyways, so a lot of stuff has been going on. 2021, we're 7 days into it. We're 7 days into 2021.
I think it's going pretty well. Right? Like nothing crazy yet.
People stormed the Capitol.
What are you talking about?
You didn't hear about this yesterday?
No, I heard.
Oh, okay. I was like, people stormed the Capitol. People are calling for President Trump to be impeached. Like, it's been a crazy 7 days of 2021.
Yeah.
Like, Apple declared that they're coming out with self-driving cars. Didn't that just happen recently?
They a couple weeks ago, I think they said that.
By like 2025 or something, they're gonna have
2024
fully
is like Apple car.
fully self-driving cars. Now, as someone who's recently getting rid of his Tesla,
It's true.
would you buy an Apple self-driving car?
I would need to really be convinced.
Of what? Like the trolley.
The technology and I mean the price point. I think iPhones are super overvalued. As I sit here with my iPhone.
Yeah.
But no, I think like Apple's model is similar to Tesla's model, like the create what 90% of us, would consider unattainable products, and then as they become outdated, it becomes more and more obtainable. So I think the Apple car will be just like Tesla. It'll be something that 5% of people can afford.
Yeah.
And it'll scale down. But I do think that by the time our kids are driving, it will be like
self-driving cars.
Self-driving or all EV. Did you hear there's a country, Kyle, maybe you can look this up. There's a country that just came out last week that announced that within the next 5 years, every car manufacturer in that country must be only electric. And it was like a large country.
Every car?
Norway, yeah.
Well, not the largest country in
Not
the
a
world.
large country, but
No, I know what you're talking about. I'm looking for this.
like It's not like an insignificant country. The Norwegian people matter.
The Norwegian people matter.
That couldn't possibly how you say that.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Do you think though people will have self-driving, like will actually own self-driving cars though?
What do you mean?
Like Uber, like we had kids kids in our youth group that like were in high school, didn't own a car, but their parents would just get them enough Uber credits to have someone else drive them. Isn't that crazy? That you
I
would
think in our
trust
lifetime it will be.
people will own cars, or that they will just be Uber.
I don't know if it'll just be Uber. I think people will still own cars, but I
Like,
wouldn't.
why would you buy your kid a car when you could just?
I think it will be families will own a car, and like the
Share
car
it.
will take the dad to work, and then come back and take the kids to school.
Yeah.
And then take the mom to get groceries, and
Yeah.
um,
But why would you? Why? But like in the future, why even go to work? Why even go get the groceries? You have them delivered to you. Like, why even be in the car?
yeah, well, the same reason that like people left their house during COVID. They like you just need to get out of your house every once in a while.
That's true. Do you see they have these things now in California? Like they're more and more increasing the little robots that will deliver your food in like
Yeah.
urban cities and stuff.
That's pretty crazy.
It's really crazy. Like if I see this little robot guy like kind of driving down with some Chipotle inside of him,
Wouldn't you be tempted to just grab
Yeah.
a Chipotle?
yeah. It's like you're walking past one of those Super Mario cubes that if you smash it, something good might come out.
Did you know? Austin and I were talking about this today. The founder of Chipotle. Have you? No, you have. How I Built This. Have you ever listened to How I Built This?
Maybe.
It's a podcast I told you about. You probably ignored me.
Most times you recommend things.
I know.
Hitchbot, the hitchhiking robot, gets beheaded in Philadelphia. When did this happen?
This happened in 2015. There was this robot, and it was a sort of like experiment. Like, can it get across the country just by hitchhiking? And it starts in Boston, and it gets to Philly, and it was beheaded and just trashed and destroyed.
Jeez. Sorry, you were saying about
Awesome. No, the founder of Chipotle is like a I don't know any like culinary terminology, but just like a very, very well trained chef. And he wanted to own like a 5-star restaurant in like the heart of Manhattan. But he needed, like millions of dollars to be able to do that. And so the way that he chose to fundraise it was I'm just gonna make really good burritos. And he sold that, and like he only used the best ingredients, and he trained people on how to like cook meat really well, and it turned into Chipotle.
really.
And I think to the best of my knowledge, I haven't listened to that episode.
Wait, but I
yet.
thought the first Chipotle was in Colorado.
I don't think it was in New York. I think they
Okay.
maybe started. I
Oh,
haven't
okay. So
listened
he
to the
started
episode
there, and then his goal was to get to
New
Manhattan.
York.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha. Yeah, because I was in Denver recently, and
Denver, Colorado.
we ate actually not at Chipotle, but across the street there's a company called Bird Call.
Yes, I've heard of that.
It was really good. Bird Call. It had a lot of weird food on the menu.
I've eaten there.
It's
I'm almost positive.
It was extremely good.
Yeah,
They had
I do
all.
remember it
I mean,
being
like the
good.
ketchup was like, sugar, not sugar free, but like real sugar, no preservative. Like everything was super hipster.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah. My friend said his whole theory is that in places where pot is legal, the culinary, like that's where all these test
a lot
kitchen.
better.
Yeah. Because he was like, it's all crazy stuff. Like there was a drink there where it was like a scoop of ice cream, a marshmallow, a graham cracker, and it was like a drink you could drink.
Yeah.
Just like weird stuff like that.
Yeah, they're like, let's get creative. Like, I mean, when you're stoned, everything tastes amazing.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever put in your mouth that you could say publicly?
That's a great question.
I'm trying to think of the grossest. Kyle,
Okay,
what's
this
the
is not
grossest
very
thing?
gross,
I'm
but
thinking about that too.
most recent thing I can think of is
Balut. Have you ever had balut?
no.
Look up balut, Kyle.
This is
Sorry.
probably not the answer you want, but a couple years ago, we held a retreat at Kyle. I don't know if you were at this or not. We held a retreat at the parish, and this girl came up to me after, adoration, super emotional and like crying and everything, and she came up and like went in for a hug, and like I hugged her and I was like, hey, like are you okay? What's going on? And I thought she was just like, had cool encounter. She was like, I don't feel good. And she's got like snot all over me. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I had just had my first kid. And so I go up to the nurse that we have there and I'm like, hey, this girl definitely has the flu. And I just have like a 1-month-old baby at home. And I'm like, what do I do to not get sick? And she's like, I need you to go and drink some soap. I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, seriously, I need you to go like put some soap in your mouth, rub it all around, and put soap down your nose.
What?
And I to this day don't know if she was pulling my leg, but I did it, and I didn't get the flu.
Can we call her right now? I bet she was joking.
I don't know.
Does
like
that
I've asked
work?
other nurses, and they said that it works. If you have like the germ actively like in your nasal passage, and it still hasn't like gone anywhere,
So it's like a last ditch effort.
it kills it. I mean, I didn't get the flu, and this girl was like, I had her like snot on my shirt, and she was.
So
like,
why didn't they tell us just to do that every time we came home during COVID? Like,
I don't
just
know if it's like one of those
soap.
kind of like progressive nurse things, like like last ditch like crazy hippie nurse
they're like, look, COVID, just put soap in your nose.
every day.
It'll cure
It
you.
sounds like really old school nurse. Like I can see Danielle being like, "Oh, you got COVID? Take a bite out of this." And it's
Yeah.
like, "Huh?
Eat
Why
some
did you
soap."
squirt this?"
I was like, that sounds really dumb, but I'm gonna do it, and it worked. Like I didn't
Wow.
get the flu.
Your kid has you to thank for that. Like your kid, when they get older, they need to just like thank you for that. You took one for the team right
I
there.
need my kids to thank me for a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like, why do I look so good, Dad?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Sorry.
Why am I so smart? You're welcome.
Your mother. You're welcome.
Yeah. Why do I have a hard time pronouncing certain words? You're welcome.
You're welcome.
We should talk about the DC stuff because, partially, I had a good friend of the show, Benny the Bouse, like just brought up, like I posted something, so yesterday saw the DC riots, like briefly just saw something about it. And then today I posted something and he, just kind of said, was telling me how he was feeling about it and saying like some of the concerns. And he kind of was like, hey man, just like posting right now, seems like there's a lot going on for you to just be posting stupid stuff. That wasn't his words. I'm just like making fun of myself. But I try not to talk about, I don't think I've ever really talked about politics
Until now.
per se.
Yeah.
But I did want to comment on, because the reason I guess I kind of choose not to talk about politics is because I just don't know what I'm talking about.
Me either.
Like I just don't know enough.
Yeah.
Like if you ask me how the Senate interacts with the House of Representatives, or what, I'd be like,
Over text?
I'm an yeah, like I don't know. But what I did want to comment on is just as like to comment on like technology and like does not talk about what the politics behind it, but like it does. What struck me about these photos is like everyone's on their phones.
Yeah, I know.
And to me, it is a little bit like weird seeing like, so Trump got censored on Twitter
Yeah.
and they like locked his account. Like, look at this. Everyone's on their phones.
Yeah.
And like Trump got his account locked because, Twitter and other social media accounts were like, this guy is encouraging violence and stuff. And the only thing I really have worth commenting or worth, I don't know, adding or whatever is like, it's just so weird. Like if you were to flash forward to this, like when I first turned on a Windows 95 computer,
Yeah.
and then you were to show me, it looks like out of a cartoon. Like people are gonna have these little phones and they're gonna do bad things all to like show this little,
That they're doing it.
or to just show this little computer, like to show the computer,
Right.
like that we're doing it. And the other thing that's weird is like, it also kind of feels weird that big social media companies are like censoring stuff when like in some ways this is a product of, this isn't the only reason this happened this way. There's lots of factors, but like this is a product of algorithms. Like the algorithms in social media show you, they talked about this, like it shows you progressively more extreme versions of things that you like.
Yeah.
So you might start with like puppy videos and
Right.
pretty soon you're in like, I don't know, like furry anime or something. Like it's trying to show you more of what you like.
Right.
And that's not people argue all the time about whether or not that's a morally neutral thing. Like, oh, it's just the algorithm.
Right.
It's like, well, we really need to examine if that's good. Like if that's a good thing. Like maybe it was better when the Twitter timeline was just chronological.
I actually know someone who was at these riots, right? It's a buddy of mine. And I asked him, I was like, well, did you like go inside? Like, what's the deal here? And he's like, no, I didn't go inside because like I figured I'd get arrested. And I was like, oh, good take. That's bad. And I was like, well, did you see anyone that went? And he's like, yeah, I saw this one guy who wanted to go. And what he just kept saying was like, I need to make this content. Like, I'm going to go make this content inside. It's going to be like the craziest content ever. And the guy he was talking to was like a big deal. This dude baked Alaska. It was like big deal, apparently. I'm not very familiar with right-wing extremism. But there's just like this intense desire to like make this content at like the expense of like everything. I just thought that was crazy. And like, it makes sense. I'm sure it was a crazy whatever if he did a live stream. I'm sure it was nuts. But like, wow, when did it get that important?
I feel like our kids are going to look back on this and go, oh my gosh, they had no idea how to handle these devices and this social media and this internet. You know, like they just didn't know how to handle it. It's like, you know, like the family that gets TV for the first time and then like dad's up all night just watching TV because he just didn't know how to like I can't think of anyone in my life right now that has a hard time. Well, I guess Netflix, like you could get addicted to just watching Netflix, but it seems like being addicted to or watching too much TV is not as big of a I don't know. I just don't have any friends that.
But like that's the whole thing with, I mean, TikTok, man. Like half of it, I don't know. At least what's on my feed, I really like those fail videos.
Yeah.
You know, like those things. I could have the worst day ever and watch a couple fail compilations and just be in a great mood. And like, so many of these people will do stupid stuff just for the gratification that likes come from.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. Like, you know, maybe this is just an excuse I'm making for myself, but I always have said, like, if I had careers that weren't, like, if I got off social media, I would probably be doing myself a pretty big injustice professionally. Like, I'd probably be losing out on business.
Yeah.
But, man, like, to hit that point where you're thinking, I'm willing to be arrested for this content.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Or like a lot of the videos where teens and stuff are going into grocery stores and just doing mean stuff to people just to
like farting in their faces
Yeah.
and like throwing bags at them and pretending it was somebody else.
Yeah.
Like,
I do think though that we're learning how to use this stuff and like societal norms. We like that's what in some ways your friend saying, "Hey, that's not cool." Like that's what that is like teaching people about modest or like adequate behavior, like responsible behavior. It's like we see that and then society starts making fun of that. Like this is not cool. And then we kind of correct from that, you know?
Yeah. I don't know, man. It is. I'm glad you said that because I've been looking at these pictures thinking like, if you're really trying to quote unquote start a revolution and somehow by like occupying the Capitol is getting you a step closer to that, I mean, is documenting it on your Instagram?
I know, right? It's like, what do you guys
to that?
like? If I was, if I wanted to head up some coup and then everyone that was there was on their phone, I'd be like, guys,
what about the thing?
What about the thing we're doing? Yeah. I mean, obviously, goes without saying, like, this is awful. This was awful that this happened.
And think about it this way too, like, if you and I decided right now, like, hey, let's go break into the richest person's house in Grapevine, we probably wouldn't get inside and be like, hey, let's live stream this. Let's Instagram live this.
Yeah, it's stupid. Right? Yeah.
Hey, you guys, we are inside.
Yeah.
This. Yeah, it's. I mean,
the crazy thing is people do this. I saw a TikTok pretty recently of these kids who break into like the Dallas Cowboys stadium. And I don't know if it was real or not. Maybe they had a reason to be there, but they're like, oh, we got arrested. I'm just thinking like, you got a lot of likes.
Yeah, one of the Paul brothers got in trouble when there was a lot of that looting and rioting going on. Like he was like, there was footage that came out on YouTube of him. Like he said he was documenting it, but the cops were like went after him because he was in a mall. He had broken into a mall with these people he's claiming to be a journalist. It's like, come on, man. You were doing it for YouTube. You ran ads on that video, right? Like you got you had sponsored ads on YouTube where you're profiting from. It's really weird, man. I mean, obviously we're here making a podcast for the internet, but
at the same time, if nothing ever happens with this podcast, and in 20 years, Dominic finds this podcast and is like, "Hey, Dad, like, look, this is you 20 years ago."
Yeah,
you'd be like, "Yeah, that never went anywhere," but you'd probably be pretty embarrassed if you're like, "Yeah, son, that's when I broke into the Capitol."
yeah,
I got a lot of likes.
Totally, yeah, 100%. So, anyways, I just wanted to, Benny was giving me some crap, and I wanted to make sure that I brought it up, and I'm glad Benny shot me that DM.
Yeah.
So shout out to Benny. Love Benny. What else do we got? Let's go to the rest of our current events here. Oh, dude. So we gotta play this guy, Words Played. So I found this guy on Instagram. Not that one, the one above it. I think you can double click it and then there you go, click that. So I started watching this guy on Instagram. It took me a solid 20 minutes to figure out this guy's thing. So just like listen to this. I wonder if the bar down or the sound bar to the right.
The right
on the
video.
video.
On this guy.
There we
that's
go.
a great point.
Dude, this guy. Something like what? I was watching this going, what is he talking about?
Crash hard.
Dude, when I
You're gonna,
dude, I watched this for like 20 minutes and I was like, okay, wait. So
what
pause
is he
this for a
trying to
second.
sell?
So close out, go to his like profile and then go to the next link, the Circle of Trust. So I found this guy through Andy Mineo on Instagram.
Yeah.
And so also he had this amazing song, which we do have to play. Oh, okay. So play the one in the center, second row. It's like 20.
This guy?
Yeah.
The year 2020 has had no shortage in regards to polarizing stories. The general public is torn between side A or side B. This is 2020 in review. They said 2019 was a wild year. Then 2020 said, hey, hold my beer. This 2020 vision ain't looking clear.
Isn't this good?
So hold the champagne. Get me out of here. COVID and Kobe. Cali was Smokey. Ellen Zamini. Brand new emojis. Zoom graduations. Sit down ovations. We took up bacon. Man, the Tiger King was wild, wasn't it? Seemed like so long ago, doesn't it? Carol Baskin to all my cats, while y'all Tom Brady with the Pats, Bernie Sanders with the Democrats, but we stronger than ever. Oh yeah, Wakanda forever.
Okay, you can stop it. I mean, it keeps going, but it's pretty
gosh.
good.
No, yeah.
Dude, it's like good. So anyway, so I find this
Murder
and
Hornets.
I was like, oh, that's really cool. Then I go to his page and he's talking all this inspirational stuff. Then if you scroll up to his go to Circle of Trust on the links and yeah, there you go. Go to his like Patreon. Look at this. You can buy you like $9.95 up to, or wait, what is it? Up to one question per month, face to face, words played, access to sporadic, dude. Like, and people are actually paying him, but it's all just fake, like guru BS. It's like no speak. It's like that's like a phrase for this, or like a term for this kind of stuff is like
It's very much a joke if anyone's
yeah, like it's just a joke. And I'm wondering if people like, look at that, $200.
Oh my gosh.
$200 a month.
Unlimited one-on-one questions.
Advertise as a business sponsor. You'll get business ad read in each. It's just
So this reminds me of the founders of Airbnb. I've been really into the podcast, how I built this, but
Yeah.
the founders of Airbnb, they basically lost all their money and maxed out like crazy amounts of credit cards. And what they attribute their success to was they had basically given up on Airbnb. And they're like, well, we need to do something to make some money. And this was the Barack Obama and John McCain election. And they were like, well, why don't we make like presidential themed cereal like Obama O's? So they made a cereal called Obama O's. And what they literally did was they went and we got to see this. There it is. Yeah, hope in every bowl. That's the motto. So they went and they made this cereal, and they literally just bought, like you can see, they bought Cheerios for Obama O's.
Yeah.
And they went to this graphic designer and said, like, hey, we want to make cereal. Can you make us a box? But we don't have any money. And he said, okay, sure. I'll make you. I'm only gonna make you 500, and you can just give me a share of the company. And they made this cereal and sold each box for $40. And they sold out the first weekend.
holy cow.
Made $20,000
Holy crap.
just by selling cereal. And the way they attribute their success, they took a box of this cereal to this guy, I can't remember his name, but he's like basically like a business consultant, helps all these like giant companies get off the ground. And he said no to them. And they walked back in the pit with a box of cereal and said, here you go. This is how serious we are about this. We made this cereal to support our business. And he thought it was so cool that he like took them on as clients.
Dang.
And basically helped them turn into a $20 billion company.
Man, that's wild.
It's so interesting. It's like, but people will buy crap. Like, people will pay money for useless things.
Dude, the words played guy, like, it's totally in my Venn diagram of humor that as I was realizing what he was doing, it was like watching someone hit 3 hole-in-ones in a row. Like, it was like watching someone walk up, swing, hit a hole-in-one, walk to the next screen, swing. It was just so beautiful that I couldn't laugh hard enough because it was just so beautiful to me. Like, there are interviews where he's interviewing Propaganda Lecrae. Like, he's interviewing people and just saying crazy stuff. Did we talk about him on the last podcast, Kyle?
I don't think so, but maybe.
Maybe we did talk about him with Kyle, or I mean with Ali.
Ali.
Shoot, now I don't even remember. If this is 2 podcasts in a row that I brought him up.
We certainly didn't have the video playing last
Yeah, that's
week.
true.
We've got that going for us.
So what else do we have in current events?
Let's see.
Also, we got to give a shout out to Drink Studio Coffee. Since we're talking about people could buy crap.
Have you guys talked about it yet? Let me plug it.
Okay, plug
Johnny,
the
hold it
Studio
up
Coffee.
here and look right in the camera for
Which
me.
camera?
That one.
That one?
Yeah. No, the one you're looking at before.
Okay.
No, wrong one.
Okay.
There we
Got
go.
Studio Coffee, everybody. So let me get this statement out of the way. I don't actually like coffee. I don't actually drink coffee. But if I was to drink coffee, it would definitely be Studio Coffee. There's a couple reasons. Let me explain. First of all, branding matters a lot. And this is very well branded.
Branding matters actually better than the stuff inside of the
It
brand.
does. And
Yeah.
I feel like just with the color scheme that we have here, and there's some verbiage, I suppose, but I can predict what I'm going to taste
Like it's like
just by seeing the bag.
it's like the Obama O's. Like
You
you're
know
not
it's-
buying it for the cereal. You're
You're
buying it for the bag.
democracy. Oh, yeah.
For democracy.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're buying this So Studio Coffee supports timber harvesting. So like they plant a tree for every bag sold.
Not true, but yeah.
The greenery makes me think
trees.
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
Ebonics or no
Studio Coffee.
hydroponics.
It's a medium roast.
Yeah.
It's a blend of central.
Really,
beans,
the point was
South American.
It would be
beans.
nice to give people something in exchange for supporting the studio. I believe that products like this, it's like, Patreon is great. People are supporting us on Patreon. It would be nice if there were ways that there could be an exchange, like we could give back something, right? Like we could give something when people support the studio.
Edmund, you should know that
was-
capitalism is dead by now.
That's true.
So
is America.
I think that's great. I also think I see value in I'm a big fan of the Patreon model of people endorsing people just for the sake of endorsing them. Like I know they sometimes get things back, but I think I just see value in seeing someone with ambition and drive and what the studio can offer patrons is like maybe not considered tangible like a bag of coffee is, but like being able to see from the outside how the studio transformed from this old rundown house into like a professional video studio.
Yeah.
In like weeks.
Yeah.
That, I mean,
It wouldn't have been possible without Patreon.
it wouldn't be possible, and that holds immense
like
value.
I wouldn't have even risked doing this without a bunch of people that said, I believe in you doing this.
Yeah.
Like that,
Yeah.
and that's crazy.
But like, I think, so I had a phone call today with, I was like really nerding out. There's one of my favorite YouTube channels. I'm super, as you know, I'm really into woodworking and building things. And one of my favorite YouTube channels is called the Perkins Brothers. And it's these two brothers and they build custom homes together. And they like walk you through every step of the way. They're like, here's exactly how we framed this wall. And anyways, I'm really interested in home building. And I basically sent an email to Eric Perkins, the founder of it, like a few weeks ago. And I've done this a couple times with YouTube channels that really mean a lot to me. I never get responses or anything, but I sent him an email and I was like, I really appreciate the content you guys have. They're the type of channel where if they had a Patreon, I would support it just because like seeing their drive makes me want to work harder and hustle harder. But he emailed me back and he was like, when can you chat on the phone? And we talked for like 30 minutes today.
Yeah.
And they've got I think they've got quite a few subscribers. And
Yeah.
I kept telling him multiple times, I'm like, hey man, I know you're busy. We can get off. And he's like, no, tell me more about what you're doing. No agenda.
Dang.
Just wanted to help out. And I think like I see the same thing with the studio. So give to the studio, everybody. And buy coffee.
Yes, please give to the studio. I mean, buy coffee if you'd rather do that. It's interesting. The internet has caused this like fractioning of like, do you think we're ever going to have someone as famous as like Michael Jackson or think like Brad Pitt? Like when I see some of these really, really mega A-list actors, I don't know that we'll have as many of these like that famous people because media is so like there are thousands of places you could get media and you could watch media from any time period.
Yeah.
That it's almost like the number of, there's more people that have a bigger audience and less people that have all of the audience. Like there's
Right.
like you could have 20,000 fans that really love what you do, and majority of your life when you walk outside, no one has any clue who you are.
Right.
But you have 20,000 people that just love what you do every day. You could make a living. There's that famous article I bring up all the time that Kevin Kelly's 1,000 true fans, 1,000 true fans.
Right.
Like the whole thing, like if you have at least 1,000 people who support you some way monetarily for something you make every year. I mean, like if you make like one $30 book or a $15 book, like, I mean, that's significant money.
Yeah.
I guess a $15 book once a year wouldn't be $15,000 a year. And it's not that much. Make one $40 product.
I think you're totally right. I mean, like, look at like the music industry. 30 years ago, if you wanted to get into a musician, you had to go pay $7 for that CD or that record, right? Now anyone can make music and upload it to Spotify, and I can check it out. And everyone's got these individual tastes. So instead of just listening to like whatever is at your local record store that's your taste, you can open up your phone and for $10 a month have access to like every song ever. So everyone gets into their sort of niche things, which leads to less people liking it. When there's only 100 guys, of course, the number one would be huge. But when you have a million options to choose from,
right,
you start to dilute.
But I think it's kind of cool because then you can have people that you support that you can reach out to. And like, if you would have emailed Brad Pitt, like he's not going to email you back. But there's
he didn't
like,
email you back.
Did he email you?
To me, yeah.
Whoa, weird.
I mean, like if he kissed me on the beach, like I'm not gonna initiate, but I might like. See
You tried it.
like,
Do you feel like? Never mind. I'm not even gonna go there.
No, I see what you're saying though, but like the same thing. Like my favorite YouTuber is this like woodworker named Jay Bates, and Nick gets on to me all the time. He's like, "Oh, you talk about Jay Bates," but I think like I would be more starstruck like talking with Jay Bates than I would about like hanging out with like I don't know, like Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
Because I don't really care about his content.
Yeah.
I think it's creative, but I care about Jay Bates.
And it's cool when you find the medium level like that person that you want to support, because you do feel like when you're supporting them, like you're connected, that you're helping them, and that like they aren't massive. So we're doing a lot of like social media type stuff, or like consulting with people that are trying to start podcasts or do stuff, YouTube channels and stuff. And one of the really early things is getting caught up in the metrics. And one thing I tell people all the time is like you could have an audience of 100,000 quote unquote followers, but look at the comments, right? Like if you get 2 comments, but like if no one cares about you, they're just kind of rubbernecking and looking. Or you could have 200 of like the most influential people in your category or niche that you're trying to. Yeah, like you could have 200 of the most interested like first-time home buyers in Dallas, or you could have 100,000 people living on the other side of the country. Like,
right.
And like, how does that help you? Yeah, like the numbers are just vanity, and it's all
which I think is awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's like, I mean, it's not awesome for those who are like willing to commit crimes to get likes. Like that's a deeper issue, but I think the concept of fame has changed, and I think it's so cool that like if you have something you want to put, like 30 years ago, if you wanted to like host essentially what this is essentially a TV show, like you better know some people and you better have some serious money. Yeah. But like, man, like some of the biggest YouTube stars film on their phone and just upload it.
Yeah. It's like, I say all the time, the whole thing about like if we found footage of Mother Teresa talking into a camera about her experience, like starting a new order or something, it doesn't matter if it was in 420, like it doesn't matter if it looked
Quality
crappy, the audio, like
all.
we just want to watch it because the content, like we really value it. Yeah. So yeah, it's funny coming from us who buy lots of expensive camera gear.
And I often wonder that myself. Like, is this serving a purpose?
We should talk about, so you guys know, if you're fans of the podcast, that we have Kyle, the Kanye kid, Aubert, a resident Kanye expert. So we got to talk about the current events with Kanye. So Kyle, why don't you bring us...
The first point of order is that we talk about there's not many mega celebrities left. I really think that if there is one mega celebrity in the music world...
It's Kim Kardashian.
It's Kanye West.
No.
And I will say, like, there are still big viral YouTube channels and stuff. So I think we do have but the idea that like you walk down the street and you say, hey, do you know this name? And everyone knows that name. I mean, besides maybe the president or something, I don't know that we're going to have the Brad Pitts as much anymore.
I think it's going down.
Yeah.
Like,
so sorry, Kyle.
My point is that I believe Kanye West is one of those people. I think the cultural
he's one of that
awareness
last
is
generation,
giant.
maybe.
Everyone, he just does all these things, and they're all so weird. They're all so interesting. The man ran for president and was on the ballot in like a few states. That's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, and Jennifer Aniston like put some tweet out
That
where
was
she was
the
like,
best.
it is not funny to vote for Kanye West.
Yes.
I was like, way to encourage kids
Did you
to
see
vote
his
for
response?
what?
He said, "Well, Friends wasn't funny either."
And he's not wrong. It's such an overrated show. Seinfeld's right there if you're into that.
Kyle's email address is K something something if you want to send your
6@gmail.
Okay, so
But
what
the point we're getting at
what is going
is
on?
that so there's this report that comes out from this like Page 6 gossip website saying Kanye and Kim are getting a divorce and it's imminent. And this happens and everyone's like, all right, well, is it really? Because this isn't even TMZ. People love to rag on TMZ. TMZ is actually pretty decent at this stuff. They're the best in the shady biz, which is not impressive. But then TMZ later reports, well, they're struggling, but we don't really know. Page 6 initial report said, oh, they didn't spend Christmas together. TMZ says, oh, well, they did spend Christmas together, and we don't really know. Then it escalates. So if there's one thing Kanye stories always do, is when they're like kind of weird, they get like medium to mega weird.
Okay.
And a report comes out that Kanye is having an affair, not that weird, with a male makeup artist guy.
What?
Yeah, this dude Jeffree Star is his name.
I know Jeffree Star.
This can't be real.
Jeffree Star used to be like a punk singer, quote unquote punk.
Yeah, this guy. I'm on his cosmetics website. I'm just gonna pull up.
Just search his picture. He's
He's got a unique look.
he's interesting looking.
He's selling gift wrapping?
So yeah.
Oh my.
It'll come up immediately. So Jeffree Star is talking about these rumors.
I'm not going to lie. First blush, I thought this was Scottie Pippen a little bit. Or no, wait.
Dennis Rodman is
Dennis
who you're
Rodman.
looking
Yeah,
for.
sorry. Got the wrong bull.
So,
So-
this is a guy.
This is a guy. And
Okay.
this happens. This report comes out. Everyone's kind of talking about it, like, "Oh, is this real? Is this not?"
Do you think this is true, though, that they're
No,
romantically involved?
I do not believe it.
There's
at
no,
all.
like,
I think that Jeffree Star has no reason to deny this. If you're
This is
people are
great for him.
right, like we're sitting here with this podcast. Have ever covered this? No, not a chance. This is like a top 5 podcast in the world. So it's
are you
huge
talking
for
about
him.
our podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, we wouldn't be talking about Jeffree Star. He's not big enough for us. But we're sitting here talking about it. So
Yeah.
then the one thing that does concern me a little is if they're having a divorce. So obviously it's not going well for the family. You know, Kanye's kind of nuts and he's been manic and bipolar.
Yeah,
and
and
Kim
there's-
has not said anything like, yo, we're not getting divorced. Like, Edmund, if there was a rumor shooting around the Catholic world, Edmund and Danielle getting divorced, wouldn't you put something out saying like, hey, no, we're not getting divorced, you know?
I would look straight to camera and I would record a video where I would say, we are not getting divorced.
You hesitate.
And I'd stutter a little bit like that.
So I think that rumor,
I think I would make a video like the wordsplay guy, be like, listen, this is the biggest news you've ever heard, ever, unless you just found out that your son has a 5th, foot, like in addition to the other 4.
Yeah.
Like, but this is the biggest news ever. 25
But
minutes
yeah, like
later.
I do agree. Like if there were rumors at some point, do you address them and say, no, we're happily married? Like, what's the big deal? Just squash the.
right. So I think they're definitely having some issues. Think it remains to be seen. I do think they are interesting as one of the bigger celebrity. Like Kanye and Kim are probably the biggest celebrity couple right now. Is there a big like Beyonce and Jay-Z maybe? Who's Brad Pitt's wife? What's her name?
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, like they're a big one. Obviously a little older. So
They're super old. I think they're like 40.
yeah, big time. I meant more if their star has passed a little bit. Brad Pitt's not as culturally
Brad
relevant
Pitt's
as
not 40.
Kanye right now. Brad
What,
Pitt's
35?
definitely 40.
Brad Pitt? He's not 40.
I'm
He's
just
not
joking.
40.
I'm
100%
joking.
40.
No.
Kyle, can you look up Kanye and Kim's bed?
What?
Because I heard
Brad Pitt is 57.
57. Well,
Gosh,
he
you
looks
guys
great.
really like Brad Pitt. Oh, there's Balut.
Supposedly, Kanye West and Kim's bed is like a $600,000 floating bed. Okay, these are probably PG-13 pictures, I guess. But
I haven't shared it yet. Don't worry.
supposedly,
This is very family friendly.
no, that's definitely not it. I remember seeing a picture, and it was like this floating bed that was like engineered to only touch the ground on like the back of the wall or something like that.
It sounds like something from one of his concerts.
Yeah, I'm not saying it.
Maybe it was a rumor, but
The sink is cool.
Okay, so the big news is that Kim and Kanye are having marital issues. Like, I mean, I think
oh wow,
most Americans in America
that is
are
cool.
like,
Sync.
that is actually pretty cool.
All right, I'll show it. You guys
But
both said it
like,
was cool.
I don't understand why this is news though. Like, I don't understand why sometimes this type of stuff is even. It's like leave people alone. You know?
Yeah.
Like, why is this such big news right now, Kyle?
Well, it's such big news because that's what social media it's all about. It's getting a glimpse into something that you wouldn't otherwise, and it's exciting. It's
No, I know, but why do you think that? Yeah, but is it just because Kanye is super famous? Like, really, Kim is more famous than Kanye? Kyle?
You could make that argument. No, that's a
Let's look up Twitter followers. Okay,
Twitter followers is going to be a bad metric. Kanye deletes Twitter
got it
all
right
the
here.
time. Kanye is not on Instagram actively.
I'll find it.
This
Go
is
with
hard.
Google search
Let's
results.
take guesses.
Who has more
everybody
Grammys?
place your bets.
Kanye is
So you could
upwards
go
of
to
20.
you could go to like Google Trending or something, and you can type in someone's name, and it'll show you how many search.
I'm taking Kanye over Kim,
Okay,
but I'm
everybody
biased.
place your bets. I have the answers.
Kanye all day.
What's your vote, Edmund?
Kanye.
21 Grammys.
How do you spell Kanye?
Kanye.
Got it. Okay.
21 Grammys.
Okay, you said Kim. You
Kanye.
said Kyle. What'd you say?
Absolutely Kanye. 21 Grammys.
Kanye West has 4.5 million followers. Kim
No, Kim's going to have way more followers.
has 198 million.
Kanye's not on Instagram. How many posts are on his account, Johnny? Do something scientific. Let's throw some Google Trends on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
go to Google
207
Trends.
posts.
Go to Google Trends
Okay.
and look up
Oh
both
wait,
their
is
names.
this not Kanye West?
Kyle, you can go to Google Trends and
Johnny,
look up
you're
both
not
their
looking
names.
at the right thing here.
What am I not looking at?
He's not an active Instagram user. You're probably looking at a fan account.
It says Kanye West and it's verified.
What are the 207 posts?
You have to bleep that out.
It's mostly some guy named Earl, but why does that matter? Wow, it is a lot of.
Kyle,
Yeah, these are
Google
just-
Trends.
Okay, yeah, I don't know if this is Kanye.
No, that isn't. But it's not. That's not a fair way to look at this here.
Why do you think Instagram's not fair? What about Twitter?
No.
Twitter's
Look,
more
Google
fair, but
Trends.
You can't.
Everyone uses
compare
Google.
Two people because they don't use it the same way.
Now, look, Kim Kardashian. Now do Kim Kardashian and then change Taylor Swift to wait. Which one here? We have Taylor Swift and Kim. Which one is it? Kim. Yeah.
smokes
Okay.
her.
Wait, but it shot up in what year is that? Oh wait, no, this is by day.
This is
By
the other day.
No, but our,
Well, that's probably the divorce
we're by month.
thing.
We're by month right now.
Yeah, hold
Ankle West. Can people see this, Kyle?
on. They can see it
Y'all should have
now.
a debate over how to now.
All right, so Kanye is getting
Ooh.
smoked here.
Wait. But our time period here over time,
The last 5 years.
the past. Yeah, let's do
Past
2004 to okay, last 5 years.
Here we go.
Here we go. Survey says.
Kim
It's pretty
smokes-
even. I mean,
Kim
Well,
wins every state.
I mean,
yeah,
we're looking at he's getting smoked.
yeah, you're right.
so if
you're
Kim
right.
and Kanye both ran for president,
Kim would win.
yeah, Kim would win.
I
here.
think Kim would win. I do agree.
She's also a lawyer.
She has not passed the bar yet.
Oh, wait. Scroll back up.
Why?
This is just showing.
Her
wait.
dad's a lawyer.
Her dad's dead.
Well, he was a lawyer. He was O.J. Simpson.
So, but
I
look
thought
at-
her dad was her mom.
Look at the periods where Kanye eclipsed Kim. Right in what year is
her
this?
stepdad is her stepmom.
So he goes They both go crazy here. Is this when they got married?
Does it say what year? Okay, 2016. And then where's Kanye's peak right there? The next one. No, that's Kim.
Should have a debate over how
Maybe
to
that's
say
his
Elon
convert.
Musk's
That.
kid's name.
Is this when he dropped
Oh, like
an album?
R45, 22.
Yeah,
whatever it
probably
is.
albums.
I gotta figure it. What?
He
What is
dropped
it
a
actually?
Yeah. This
Okay,
is,
now let's throw like Brad Pitt in here.
I
That's
think-
the fifth most searched thing. If you type in Elon Musk, the fifth one is a kid name. Yeah, what is that? It's like
Dude, look at this.
AE
Look at this.
12.
Dude, okay, so here's the game. Name a movie star that's more famous than Kanye or Kim. A movie star that's gonna get more Google Trends.
What about Bieber?
More
Steve
Google
Carell?
Trends? Yeah, but Justin
Jim
Bieber's not
Carrey.
Okay, Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey's gonna
Remove
get
Brad Pitt, put Jim
obliterated.
Carrey.
He's gonna get smoked. I'm joking. Let me think of somebody better.
Robin Williams,
Barack
no,
Obama.
No, Leonardo
Barack Obama.
DiCaprio.
No.
Leo's
Barack
gonna
Obama's
get
not an
smoked.
actor.
Okay, search.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Well, it doesn't have to be an actor. We're just trying to think of a.
Because think like Leonardo DiCaprio had, I mean, like,
The meme has made him more famous.
yeah,
There you
tons
go.
of that.
But Leo's gonna get smoked.
You think Leo's gonna get smoked
I
by?
think Leo's gonna get smoked.
Yeah,
this is Leo
obliterated.
getting
Obliterated.
smashed. Kanye's got double.
So name a movie celebrity
No,
that's
just make
more
it a
famous.
person. Just any
You gotta
person.
go person.
Any person more
Any
famous.
person more
Michael
famous than
Jackson.
Michael
I doubt
Jackson.
it. Try
Michael
it.
Jackson.
I doubt
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, he died more than 5 years ago, so he's not even gonna get.
Even
that.
then, he's like, I mean, a pedophile. So
that drives news though. That drives
it does,
news.
You're right.
Man,
Yeah,
still.
look, obliterated.
He's actually he's hanging with Kanye.
Okay, who's a more famous person than
Search Barack Obama.
Barack and Trump will definitely
Trump?
be up there.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, try Trump.
because people are just
Do
going to be
Donald
googling it,
Now
right?
5 years. Trump. I'm thinking Trump smokes both. Of
You're
them.
probably right. Yeah.
Trump, bam.
Wow.
Look at this.
Okay,
here.
what's another world leader? Yeah, but dude, look at but that's then. That's then. But look at like go the past not 5 years. Do you like the past
Lifetime
couple?
or-
Like look at that. Yeah, like
All right, let's see. Where's our time? What do you want to look at? 2004 to present? You want to look
Yeah.
at 12 months?
the past 12 months.
2004.
Oh, okay, 2004
Oh,
to
sure,
present.
I don't care.
2004 to present. Isn't that what we were looking at?
Yeah,
No,
look.
we're looking at past 5 years.
Nothing until he's
Trump
president,
goes
and then-
off.
But still, he's not like
Obliterated.
Kanye or Kim still has.
So Kim's, not
Greatest
even on the
cumul-
map here since she gets famous.
Kyle.
Yeah, I know, but look at Kim on the far left, the bar graph. Like Kim is still.
Yeah.
Kyle,
All right.
replace Donald Trump with Edmund Mitchell.
Oh my.
Let's just see.
He's gonna go. I'm sorry. Who?
Let's see, folks. This could be big. So
Ooh.
we're looking
Oh, I had a
for
little bump there in
breakthrough.
2005.
Where?
Yeah, I'm seeing a little bump. Could be an
That
optical
looks
illusion.
like
Another one after it,
That
too.
looks like a Kim bump.
Little bump.
I think you're seeing a Kim bump.
Yeah.
What states does that?
My baby photos leaked. I leaked. I joined Facebook.
Not
his
enough
puberty
data to
started.
show here. But that is interesting though. That like
Okay,
there are
okay.
points-
Most famous, like most searched. Let's not say famous. Most searched, like in the Catholic
Thing.
world. Like who's the most?
Do we want to compare multiple
Pope Francis.
Catholic-
Pope Francis.
Oh gosh, this could be sad.
You should get a spike when he got elected. I mean, he's not.
That's pretty dang.
He beat Kanye
He's
twice.
barely above you,
Dude, he's beat Kanye twice, and he's barely more famous. No, it's just an optical illusion, Kanye. Johnny. It's just an optical illusion.
Does Pope
Kanye.
Francis win any states? No, yeah, he's not winning.
No. This is just interest by region of the person. It's not.
Well, no, you can look at the states and you can look and see. Like, here we go. Pope Francis polling at 3%.
But how many
3%.
times? So what years did Pope Francis beat Kanye?
So he beats Kanye here.
2013.
That's
just
when he,
March of 2000.
that's when
And
he
then-
became the Pope, right?
And then
yes.
and
So
then
what goes down here in September 2015?
That was his birthday.
People forgot about Kanye.
Just kidding.
Man,
Kanye ran for Pope.
I actually find this very fascinating. Brittany thinks this is boring, but I actually find this.
Do we
very
want to
fascinating.
run Catholic people against each other? Because if it's
we
just
can't do that.
Catholic
Terrible
people,
idea.
it'll scale
No,
really
let's not do
well.
that. Let's not do that. I don't want to go
Search
there.
Nick Gutierrez, Johnny Philp,
Yeah.
and Edmund Mitchell.
Okay, let's do that.
You, type,
Oh, wait,
you
wait,
typed,
you typed in
incorporated
Gutierrez Inc. Now, if Nick,
It's
I
gonna
don't
be
mean
Nick.
anything by this, but if there's a baseball player named Nick Gutierrez, he's gonna outrank us. It might be.
Alrighty, and then let's add in.
But sometimes that's what happens when you
put,
search your
put
friends.
Johnny
If they
D.
have
Philp.
nothing, it's like a baseball
D.
player. It's a
D Philp. There you go. Yeah.
What?
That's my website and everything. So I got to get a little bit for something.
All right, here we go. You want to do like past year for this, or
It didn't
Give me
update
five-
it. You're
yeah.
comparing Nick to Pope Francis right now.
Hey, Nick's hanging with him.
No,
It's
he's
honestly not that bad.
I think you have to hit enter.
Oh, now
Okay,
it's
now do
Kanye West.
Johnny Philp.
Gosh, Kanye is whooping y'all.
Of course. D. So do I have to put Edmund Mitchell the second?
Is how do you spell
That's-
Philip?
no,
There's-
take the
there's
second
no
I out. There you go.
Philp?
Philp.
Yeah, no, it's autocorrect.
Oh,
It can't even.
dang it.
Can't even
There's
sense
not
us.
even enough
Maybe it's like-
data.
like-
No. Past 10 years.
Well, it wasn't enough data. Then I was hoping that maybe we had
Oh,
enough.
past.
There's not going to be much.
So how come it was getting data on me
it
when you were
wasn't
comparing
Maybe
it to
it wasn't.
It wasn't.
when you were there was a little bump?
That was not a bump. That was a
I don't
red
think that was a
bump.
bump. I think you were seeing Kim's bump.
It was
And I don't mean that in a...
No, I
bad way?
was seeing a bump.
guys. Wow,
Oh!
Ali Hoffman's going crazy on
Holy
y'all.
cow!
Dang it!
Well, remember she went viral.
Dang. Oh, that makes sense.
Remember? Okay, wait. But look at why does she have all those spikes back in 2004?
That's her first... Wait, 2004.
Oh, look.
Oh, well, those are
Look.
pretty small spikes.
Those are first day
Hey, those are
She's dropping a 15. there.
15. What does
But look,
15 mean? 15.
She went viral.
Okay, when did she go viral? In 2000. Wait, no. But this isn't right. 2012 she went viral?
It could be a
the snow
different
day. I
Ali
think it was-
Hoffman.
Well,
Not
it was 5 years ago, wasn't
2012.
it? Yeah, you're right.
I graduated college in 2011. What did she do? How come it's not
You
picking up?
graduated college in 2011?
Yeah, when did you graduate college?
I graduated high school in 2012.
Oh, I'm old.
You're so old.
How old are you? Are you over
27.
18? Okay.
Legally, I have to ask.
Your youth minister for 1 year.
Well, Nick was kind of basically your youth minister, or was just, there's a picture of you
We were friends.
looking up to him.
I did look up to him. He was much taller than me. Look how the tables have turned.
Man, we need to ask Allie what happened. Let's
call Allie. real
let's
quick.
call Allie. She said she wasn't available for
Here,
the.
while you're doing that, I'm gonna go pee pee. Just a real quick tinkle.
Allie said she wasn't going to be available, but maybe we just call her. Oh, we also have other
I'm
news
not
we need
getting
to.
anything either.
It's outside the door.
I'm gonna take this off here.
Hey, Allie.
You're on the show.
Yeah.
Hey, we're on the show, and just real quick, really important. We're looking up. We're comparing Nick, Johnny, me, and you on Google Trends, which will tell you like who has more searches for them
Okay.
in Google. And
I didn't know you could do that.
yeah, and so you kind of are crushing all of us.
Okay.
But it's weird. We thought it's because you've been viral multiple times. But
Sure.
I just want to ask you, and what's the date, Kyle? What's the date?
We're looking at
The spike?
2012. Our biggest spike here is.
So in March of 2012, did
Yeah.
something
you went crazy.
no.
did something really crazy happen in March of 2012?
March of I have no idea. Do
What-
you know? Is this a prank?
No,
This is
what's the
not a
other
prank.
what's the other spike, Kyle?
We got another spike here
In January 2012. You have all these little spikes, and we thought, okay, well, you went viral and then you went on TV. Maybe that happened around, but it says 2012 there was this massive spike.
I was on missionary that year, so I was in Minnesota.
Oh my gosh, I know why.
I think
Kyle,
I actually know why.
Do you know why now?
There's an actress named Ali Hoffman who worked on LinkedIn in 2012.
No. You know why, Allie? Why? You know why there were so many searches, Johnny? Why? Allie said she was a missionary around then. So Allie's traveling. You were on net?
Yeah, but I was in one place. I was at a school.
I know. And there are a lot of people Googling you
Oh, that's probably it.
at the school.
I don't
There is a lot of people that were like, who is this Allie girl, this missionary? That explains it.
Big
March
Samuel.
2012. That is so random.
So when did you go viral on Facebook, you and your dad?
That was 2015.
Does it show a
February.
spike even? It doesn't even show a spike.
That's a small spike.
February 2015?
No, nothing. We got nothing.
No, she's at a 6.
What?
Yeah, but compared to this other spike,
Well, that's because
100.
there's like an actress named Ali Hoffman who was on the Lincoln movie during that time.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Now, there's an actress, Dustin Hoffman's daughter.
Dustin
also
Hoffman's
named
daughter.
Ellen.
Okay, so do you think
I
that
don't
was
know
the
how you
spike?
That's
differentiate.
100% the spike.
Is your dad Dustin Hoffman?
No, my dad is not Dustin Hoffman.
Do you know
Oh.
his
My dad is
name?
Michael Hoffman.
Yeah, Johnny. Johnny, I know Michael's. Yeah, we
So
text.
how do you differentiate between Ali Hoffman, the actress, and
I don't know. I don't think
that?
there's a way that you could differentiate.
Oh. No,
Okay.
Let's pretend we don't know that. I'm still crushing it. I'm still more famous.
Hey,
than
I
you.
went crazy in March 2015 versus you
Ali
guys.
Hoffman, our friend, not the actress.
Yeah. Okay, Allie. Well, thank you. We just wanted to clear that up, but I think it was all the high school boys that were Googling you. So talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I'd like to wreck the show. I'm kicking all you guys' butts here.
Okay, I want to. There's a couple other current events. So one is that the space or the Space Force, people that are in the Space Force are now going to be called Guardians.
No.
Yeah.
What's the Space Force?
So Space Force is the new branch of the military that guards the space. Brittany,
What are they guarding it from?
what do you
Aliens?
think? What do you think is hostile in the space? Asteroids, satellites, aliens.
Aliens?
Yeah. Other spacemen, space women, space persons.
They have
I got
4,000
corrected
members.
today for saying females when I was talking about you and Allie in here.
On Instagram?
Yeah, someone said it's women. So it's space women, not space females. Space males.
Space amen. Space a woman.
Oh, yes. That's the other thing. Can we talk about that in current events? Can you pull up this, Kyle? At the closing of something, I just saw it on Facebook that he said, yeah, amen and amen women. Johnny, what's your take on this? Have you ever...
I think it's good. I think the church is going in a good direction. I think we got to start talking about this.
We need to say amen and a woman. At least he didn't say a female.
This is like one of those jokes that like your like boomer uncle makes at Thanksgiving. They're gonna start
This
saying
wasn't a joke.
amen and a.
It was-
I'm
this
aware
was
it's
real.
not a
It was
joke.
real. It wasn't a joke.
But
This
my
was real.
point is that this happens and your uncle tells you this and you're thinking this guy is nuts. That would never happen.
No,
People-
did you listen to the whole thing?
No.
Yes, I'm very up to date on this. I've
No,
seen
it's
all
like-
the takes.
It's all like monotheistic God.
Oh,
Like-
yeah.
No, it was very real. It was as real as the streets.
Maybe he just didn't think about, like, maybe he just in the moment thought amen was like a gendered thing. And then I find this hard to believe, though, because isn't he a pastor?
Yeah. Edmund, what does amen mean?
Amen means all hail and salute the master gender.
Not
That's a different
females.
definition I learned.
No, it means so be it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so be it. And like,
Let it be. Let
I
it be.
believe that.
Yeah.
What?
The other news is that we have in the room with us.
Nancy
can't say it?
Pelosi.
No, it's not public.
Oh
info.
crap! Thought it was gonna be a good thing to say it. Okay, sorry, never mind. We'll say it the next podcast. Is that it for current events?
Who do we have?
I believe that
I'll
is
tell you
our
after.
last current event. Yep, we're all out of events. That's everything that's going on in the world.
I want to give Johnny. Do you have anyone you want to give a shout out to this week,
What's this week?
or anyone like you want to give a shout out to in general?
I'm gonna give a shout out to my boo, Nick Gutierrez, and my wife, and my kids. We're having a baby. Did I tell you that?
I think I've known that, or did it just? Is it recent news? Is this
No.
is this another baby?
It's. I mean it.
Like the last time you told me you were having a baby, was that recently, or is this?
I think so. She's due in March. I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying this or not.
Okay, here's a question, Edmund. How many kids does Johnny have, including this one that's about to come?
Johnny has 4 kids, including the one that's about to come. He has 3 kids, including the one that's about to come. Brittany has this thing about... Brittany, you need to come on the next podcast. Brittany has this thing about me being a horrible friend and not knowing how many... I just don't even know how many kids I have or their names or ages. What are all your kids' first, middle, and last names?
Georgia Faustina Philp, Cecilia Lefebvre Philp.
Lefebvre?
Yeah.
Like the...
Archbishop Lefebvre, the heretic.
Yeah. Why? What? What's that story?
Julie's. It's not the same Lefebvre.
Oh, okay.
There's a Monsignor Lefebvre.
Thank goodness.
That's Julie's great uncle. He was in
Who was a priest as
New
well?
Orleans, yeah.
Wow.
And so Julie's middle name is Lefebvre. Cece's middle name is Lefebvre.
It's like really...
This is a good game. We should play this. You guys both. Kyle, can they see the screen you're on?
Yeah.
What?
Yes,
Yeah.
they can definitely
Okay.
see this.
Try and spell Lefebvre and type Edmund's. Don't search it. Let the people see Edmund's guess, and then I'll tell you how to actually spell it.
I've seen it written before. Could I hear it in a sentence?
Yes.
Okay.
The bishop who was named Archbishop Lefebvre was a heretic.
Okay. Could I get the origin?
French.
Okay. Could you pronounce it again?
Lefebvre.
Could you pronounce it without an accent?
Lefebvre.
Okay. And the origin again?
Sorry, donut. French.
Okay. Lefebvre. Am I saying that right?
Yes.
Lefebvre?
Mm-hmm.
Lefebvre. So I know there's a B in it. L. We're going to start with L. E. Lefebvre. Lef. F.
That's a V.
F. F.
Wait. Don't get off Google. It's gonna correct for him. It's gonna show him.
Yeah, don't show him.
Yeah, I don't know why we need to type it.
Okay,
here,
just
here.
type it so.
That's true. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
keep track of you.
L
I'll make a doc.
E F.
This could be a bit. He knows the answer, and he's just like,
No, I don't.
okay.
LEFV BE. LEF.
Well, he definitely doesn't know the
VB.
answer.
Feb.
Left book. Okay, do you want to know the answer?
No. Okay, so Kyle. Well, do you know how to spell it, Kyle?
Kyle, do you have
No, but I know that's not right.
do you have a
not-
different interpretation?
There's an R in there, isn't there? I think there's an R. I think it's.
I think it's L-E.
Yeah, this guy's a Louisiana guy. You said right, Johnny?
Here, no. Well, yes. Yeah,
Well, the French are in
I
Louisiana.
think, Kyle, type my guess.
Okay.
L-E.
Brittany is saying L-E. She's off mic, but
F.
F.
That's an equal sign.
Yeah,
There
you put an equal sign.
IE.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely not right.
No, that's not right.
E-R-E.
ERE.
No,
V.
V is in Victor.
V.
Is in
That's not it.
vector.
That's what I
It's getting close though.
Lefebvre.
If I would have added an R to mine, would I have been right?
No.
I'm guessing mine.
Yeah, there's a
Do you want
B.
to guess? He's typing his.
Oh, that looks right.
Okay.
Lefebvre.
Are you guys ready for the answer?
Yes.
L-E-F-E
Got those. Got those.
B-V-R-E.
I was the closest.
You're definitely not the
Lefebvre.
I
closest.
was only off by one letter.
Now that I see it, I
I'm
was
way
pretty
closer.
close. I was pretty close.
You all did much better than I would have done. So the easiest way to remember it is if you read it as American as possible, it looks like leaf beaver.
Not really.
Just like
Kyle,
just
could you
glance
draw?
at it, glance at it real quick. Leaf beaver.
Can I draw a leaf beaver?
I don't know. I was thinking Lefebvre, but leaf beaver. Wow.
Okay, that's your second kid. Are you announcing the name of your third?
It's Augustin Jacob Philp.
It's a boy?
It's a boy.
Or you're naming a girl Augustine?
Wait,
we're gonna let the baby decide
Okay.
what it wants.
Decide if it should be Augusta or Augustine.
And they're 8.
Yeah, no. Regardless, the baby will be named Augustine,
Okay.
whether it's a boy or a girl or an animal.
That's like you as a male to say
Yeah, it's
that.
probably gonna be AJ.
Yeah. That's like you as a man to force a name onto a person.
I'm
And
a big
gender.
believer in
Well,
J
I'm not
middle
actually.
names.
I don't know if I'm male. Can we say
Neither
that?
do we.
I don't know.
We don't know if you're male either.
Leaf beaver. Let's get back to that. Let's talk more about that content.
All right. Well, I think that's all we have time for today. This has been an enlightening episode. Kyle, why don't you play us out? Are there any other announcements? Go to
Oh, yeah. Hey,
buy
everybody.
Studio Coffee so we can
Studio
send you
Coffee. Stay at home
stuff.
tonight.
We've been sipping on it the whole time.
Yeah. Patreon.com/the show. Also, shout out to
staying
Topo
home
Chico.
tonight?
Please sponsor
I
us.
hadn't.
Good night, everyone. See you next week.
You might just